If you're a software founder who markets on Instagram and TikTok, you need to stop making content that looks like this.
Wait, don't hang up. That was me 8 months ago until I learned about this new app.
And instead, start making content that looks like this.
If you skip this video, you'll fail your next exam. Follow so it doesn't happen.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. These videos look like absolute garbage. They look like they've been filmed on a phone by an amateur, and there's no way that they get any views, let alone any signups. But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Social media, especially Instagram and TikTok, are changing what they actually put out more of. And by the end of this video, I'm gonna reveal exactly how to blow up on social media and scale your app organically. So for those of you that haven't seen my content before, my name is Dmitry and we work with a dozen 7-figure software brands, helping them scale to 8 figures and beyond. And this is a huge problem that we see softwares facing when they first come to us. Now, as you saw in the clip in the beginning, I even created content like this myself.
Don't even think about starting YouTube automation in 2025 unless you're using this AI.
I thought that the way to keep someone retained was through intense editing, crazy camera setups. And I mean, it worked 2 years ago, but the landscape of social media has shifted. And now people are looking for authenticity rather than professionalism. You see, the thing is, people no longer treat social media the same as TV or Netflix. And as the name suggests, they are there for the social aspect of it. Because the social media is transitioning to a more authentic, real experience rather than what it used to be with huge celebrities or extremely professional photos. This means that the ordinary person tends to get more views than a hyper successful celebrity like Kim Kardashian. The reason being is because those huge celebrities are way out of touch with reality. They're not relatable for the average viewer at all. And so someone who they can see themselves being in their shoes, they trust a lot more. That's why this super professional content doesn't work anymore like it used to. Now, I will put a disclaimer here. I'm not saying this content doesn't work at all. It really depends on what sort of app you have, but even then, let's say you have something for lawyers, even then, you can still have one of your associates pull out their phone, record themselves, and it will likely perform better than your super professional $50,000 ad. So if you're serious about blowing your app with social media, this is exactly how we're doing it to scale our brands to $10 million and beyond. I'm about to lay out the whole strategy, so just copy me word for word and you'll find success with it. First and foremost, you are going to completely ditch the super professional setups and instead hire UGC creators who match your ideal client avatar. For example, we work with an edtech company, so we hired university-aged females as that type of avatar generally resonates better with college students. We made sure they had almost like a nerdy personality and could give off this vibe as if they were actually university students. There are so many platforms where you can find them, but a lot of ours came from Facebook groups labeled UGC Creators for Hire, UGC Creators Canada, UGC Creators America, and just posting a job offer and connecting with people on there. Now, rates for UGC videos will vary drastically depending on how many you need created and how intense of a process it is. But assuming you're going to be the one handling the editing, or you have an editor to handle it, generally rates will range from $20 to $40 a video, assuming you're doing a roughly 30 video batch, enough content for an entire month. We usually hire multiple creators to run multiple accounts, because different creators have different personalities, and especially if it's a new client, we don't know exactly what's going to work right off the bat. We need to spend the first month testing, figuring out, and dialing creators in. The second month and following, we cut off everyone who's not working good enough and keep only the top performing creators. A lot of times, we also like to offer these creators an affiliate commission. So even though we're the ones handling the video production, as a way to even get that initial price down, especially if you're just starting out, we offer 15 to 30% recurring for 1 to 3 months of all the sales that they get through their page. On top of this, it even motivates them to create story posts by themselves, create more reels by themselves of just them yapping into their phone. Anything extra helps, especially if we're trying to sell that real life personality that's relatable to the viewer. So once you've found your creators, you need to script your videos. You're going to notice that different people have different personalities, and you want to make sure your scripts match up to their natural personality. If they're a very shy and timid person and you give them a very outgoing script, it's going to seem so unnatural on camera. And vice versa, if they're super outgoing and you're trying to give them a shy and timid role, it's not going to work. That's why before you even begin scripting your videos, you need to create a whole avatar of your person. Break down exactly who is the character that they're playing. What is their mission or goal or purpose of creating this content? Who is going to be viewing this content and what are they looking for throughout it? This is going to help you create real content that people are willing to watch. Types of content that we found work really well are storytime content, direct explainer videos, and anything that directly relates to the ideal avatar of person you are talking to. Calling out their exact struggles, exact goals in life, or even niche topics that only their community of people would know. Once you've gotten the raw footage, you don't need to spend much time editing it. You can even have the creators themselves cut all the clips together, and then you yourself would just add a text title within the TikTok or Instagram app and captions. Sometimes it's very beneficial, like for some of our clients, to give direct walkthroughs of the app. So we'd have our editor screen record and somewhere on the screen put up synchronized screen recordings of exactly what the creator is talking about. This helps us show real life use case scenarios of the app and makes it feel like a recommendation rather than an ad. Remember, our whole goal is to make this look like organic content. And depending on your client and creator avatar, this is going to look drastically different. For some apps that are more professional, you might want to create fake podcast clips. For others, let's say running apps like Strava, you might want people doing real life challenges to show off the app. The whole goal is to stop yapping about the app and making it seem like an obvious ad, and instead get creative and make content that feels organic. And each video should not have a hard CTA like normal ads would. It should be very soft. Almost like a recommendation, like I said, rather than a direct sell. For example, for that edtech company, we created link trees for each of our creators. We included a bunch of resources within these link trees, like a custom calendar on Notion, a custom study guide on Google Docs, and then at the very top of it, included the actual link to the app with a discount code. This way we could end every single one of our videos saying, hit the link in my bio for my best study resources, rather than just telling people to hit the link in my bio to buy my thing. This again makes it seem more like a real person, a real creator, rather than someone just trying to sell this app to you. So if you really want to grow your app on social media in 2026, you need to stop sounding like a creator, like a marketer. Rather, start sounding like a normal person, just sharing details about how this new app would benefit the viewer's life. If you enjoyed this video, you can find more SaaS growth tips on my Instagram, which I will link in the description below. And if you're currently scaling software, but you're struggling to scale to 7 and even 8 figures and beyond, I'll leave a link to book a call with myself and my business partner below to see if we can help you with that as well. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.